I'm Kerrie Stanley.
And I'm Dolly Diamond.
And welcome to Kerrie and Dolly.
Oh, well,
if I can see you, hang on, ready? Fogging.
Oh,
deep fogging. Hang on.
What a world we live in, eh?
But you know what? We can take. We are allowed to not have it. I mean, the only thing that's, we have to wear them, and they're absolutely fine. I generally don't wear my lipstick, so it's always on the inside. See, lovely.
Oh, I know.
And if that's the worst of my problems, then so be it. I'm good with it. But,
yes.
Yeah.
We wanted to open with those, well, A, because Kerrie made them and they are gorgeous.
Thanks.
But also, we want you to wear them. I would imagine everyone we know watching this wears them when they're out. It is so important, isn't it?
Well, I know it's mandatory here in Melbourne and in most of Victoria, but I think just reading the socials and people having conversations, I think a lot of people in general Australia are actually taking that initiative and wearing them anyway. And I think that's a really good idea.
And whether you are lucky enough for this beautiful lady to make you one, it doesn't matter. Make your own. You wear a bandana. You wear whatever it is. You can get the ones that you dispose of.
Just not on the street. I've actually been seeing a few on the street, so none of that littering business going on.
In the 90s, it used to be condoms, didn't it? Now it's
not.
That is the world we live in, isn't it?
It is. But you know what? Another big news.
Yes.
The gays are all excited. Kylie has released a new song.
I know.
And I actually haven't listened to it yet, so I'm a bad gay.
It's all about the disco, isn't it?
We love that. We do miss the disco, but very happy Kylie's putting out some new music. I will get on to having a listen to that. But boy, we have got a
She'll be on next week. Yeah.
Well,
just
you never know, dream big. We've got a really big show.
Oh, it's massive. We are only on once a week now. The reason being is we wanted to last a little longer, and the older you get, the easier it is to only go once a week.
We've got a new sign! Don't you love it?
It's not that we're not in our house having a party, but we just don't need Kerrie to sing about it anymore.
I'm going to, because you miss that every time.
Now all of a sudden I do. It was beautiful.
I can do it again.
Beautiful. No! What we need is some real vocals with us.
Do.
And we absolutely adore this woman. Feast your eyes and your ears on the one and only Queenie van der Zandt.
I don't know why the sky is so blue, and I don't know why I'm so in love with you. But if there were no music, then I would not get through. I don't know why I know these things, but I do. I don't know why somewhere dreams come true, and I don't know where, but there will be a place for you. And every time you look that way, I would lay down my life for you. I don't know why I know these things, but I do. I don't know why, but some are gonna make you cry. And I don't know how, but I will get you by. I will try, 'cause they're not trying They're just afraid of loving you. I don't know why I know these things, but I do. I don't know why the trees grow so tall, and I don't know why I don't know anything at all. But if there were no music, then I would not get through. I don't know why I know these things, but I do. I don't know why I know these things, but I do.
Stunning. And that's why she's the star.
That's why she's Queenie.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
And so much love for her too on all our commenting. Thank you so much wherever you're watching us from. We've got someone from Toronto. Hi, Jim, watching. But lots of love for Queenie here on your comments. We love and look at all your comments. Thank you so much. Queenie, I believe you've got very much an admirer from Fiona, gorgeous darlings. And I'm a little bit in love with Queenie. Oh, very nice.
You're not alone.
Good job, Queenie. You're amazing. From Nat. Hello, Nat. And gorgeous, beautiful. Love the JFK quote. That was really beautiful, wasn't it?
Yes, and you can always make a donation. All those details for every artist we ever get on is always up there, and they would appreciate it, wouldn't they?
Yeah, all their work's canned, and there's
Yep.
unfortunately, nothing.
It was right to the,
Yeah,
yep,
nothing in the
exactly
future
right.
for the moment, but we've got to keep the spirits high, and that's why we are here.
It is. It
Yes.
is. Each and every week, once a week.
Yes.
What did you do last Tuesday?
Well, I actually went for a big walk in my neighbourhood.
Yeah.
Well, exciting times. We're
No,
now in
no.
lockdown, but I'm trying to get my steps up. So, yep, Sexy and I went for a walk, and that was God of my
Well,
night.
you
It
look
was nice.
amazing. Is that
Oh,
when the
thank you.
bird landed on your head?
New headpiece,
Yeah,
thanks
it's
for noticing.
gorgeous.
And guess what? For those of you playing along at home and your regular watchers, new blouse. Thanks.
Yes, oh yes. And Milliner, you would obviously, each and every week, there's always a new creation, and they're always fabulous.
It's nice to actually kind of find the time to sit and make something. So with the whole mask thing going on, it's really fabulous seeing how everyone's actually getting quite creative
Yes.
with it. And I'm seeing lots of people just making lots of things. And you can make your own at home. Just get onto it. It's a bit of fun. Why not?
It's easier when I'm rubbish with that. I mean, I've got sausages and fingers, and I'm not very
I've
good
heard
at
you
that.
do all right with those.
Well, I get pie, yes. He said he loved me. Right, what we need is our Judy in the newsroom.
Thanks, Kerrie. Thanks, Dolly. Judy Kelly from Joy News with an optimist bent on what's making news. Face masks are now mandatory in Melbourne and Mitchellshire, prompting numerous volunteer sewing groups around the country to increase production. Tens of thousands of masks will be either distributed free in Melbourne or sold online to support not-for-profit and social enterprise organisations. Free patterns and tutorials are also available online for those wanting to sew their own masks at home. The ACT government is running an online survey to learn about the issues facing the LGBTIQ plus community when accessing public health. Canberra-based advocacy group A Gender Agenda welcomes the survey, saying it's one of the largest undertakings intended to reform healthcare for LGBTIQ plus residents. ACT Health say they want the public health system to align with the territory's equality strategy and commitment to the LGBTIQ plus community. And finally, for now, to the United States, which is close to opening its first refuge for homeless, transgender and gender diverse people. The House of Tulip plans to buy several rundown houses in New Orleans and convert them into living spaces. The founders of the organisation say it will not be an emergency shelter, but a long-term investment in housing solutions for the transgender community, where they hope residents will be able to rent and then buy the homes in the future. I'll be back with more Joy News a little later.
Loving that microphone.
Oh, yes.
Well done. And also welcome to the Kerrie and Dolly family is Olivia Beasley doing her Oz on interpreting. So welcome.
Woo.
Yeah, right. Oh, look, we are so jam-packed tonight. We're going to get straight to our next person that's joining us.
We're ready, aren't we?
He's one of my favourite humans. I get to work with him very early in the mornings on ABC News Breakfast. He's very smart, very gorgeous, the beautiful Nate Byrne. Hello.
Oh, love.
That's what we've been wanting to see. Oh,
Gorgeous.
I thought, we have upped the game.
Oh, you look amazing.
Brought it, darling, and in our favourite colour, purple.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, I've been waiting so long to be able to wear a Kerrie Stanley original.
I
Just
know.
Thank you.
I thought I'd better bring it.
I was going to say, darling, I thought yesterday morning, our darling viewers, if you didn't see Nate doing the brekkie weather yesterday, he was in a fabulous ensemble, three-piece, looking amazing.
Gorgeous.
Set the fashion world on fire, got lots of commentary. How are you going to up that?
Yes.
Oh, well, I think this is obviously...
You're right. No, you are right.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if I'd get away with that. I don't know if the boss would say it was okay, really.
Oh, very mask.
Oh, look at you. Well, we can banter like this all night, and we're probably...
And why not?
And
We've got it for an hour. We've got it. 1 hour we've got.
Yeah, I've already had my 45-minute nap, so I should be good right up until
you're
news
ready
breakfast
to
tomorrow.
go.
Yeah.
Look,
11 hours time?
If you're not in the know, this young man, this incredible young man, greets Australia every morning.
He does.
And he not only does the weather, but he's a great presenter on ABC News Breakfast.
Yep.
We adore you, and I want to know, Nate, a little bit more about you. For anyone that doesn't know, you were not always doing the weather, were you?
No, it turns out I had a life before 3 years ago. I actually did a complete crazy set of things to end up where I am. But I'm a real meteorologist. That's something that's pretty rare in Australia for weather presenters. But I did it in the Navy, which is even rarer. I think I'm the first Navy meteorologist to ever end up on telly and chat to people every morning.
I would imagine.
I think the viewing public just went, ooh, and you have to start a little bit more imagining you in a uniform.
Oh, yeah.
I still have all of my uniforms because I am still a reservist officially. So who knows? You might get a treat at some point. Not tonight, because none of it's ironed. They haven't been used in quite a while now. I was in the Navy for 12 and a half years. Like, it wasn't
Wow.
And News Brekkie has not been your first television foray. Like, I mean, you love science. You are a science nerd, and you're happy to call yourself that. So, you've done lots of kids shows and science shows and that kind of thing. I mean, is television what you've always wanted to do?
Actually, weirdly, yes. So most of the stuff I've done before now hasn't been mainstream TV or anything like that. Like, I did a little thing for community telly back in Perth, where I'm from, a million years ago, acting actually. But when I was a kid, I looked around the world and figured that every adult had to have a job, right? Everybody had to have a job. And the weatherman on telly had the best job in the world because it only took a couple of minutes. So that meant lots of time to play. So I told my mum, probably when I was like 5 or 6, something like that, as the story goes, that I wanted to be a weatherman. And then years later, I really enjoyed performing and acting and stuff. My parents very, very firmly steered me away from that. They were like, no, that's not a stable career. It's not the sort of thing you'll make any money in. There's no certainty. So why don't you look at something else? And I think that largely drove me towards the Navy and also science, though that love grew a little bit separately. So I showed them.
Yes. I want to know,
I can still get there.
Is there a little experiment going on behind you?
Well, a little bit. We're slowly turning, metho, actually, so alcohol into heat by combustion and some light. It's
a modern world, Dolly.
Really? What is that?
It's a flame! Oh my God!
What is it?
No, that's just for the ambiance. That's just to get us in the mood.
Oh, lovely, darling. Now, of course,
love
the three of us did have a fun time together at Mardi Gras this year.
Yes.
It was
Oh, my word.
ABC's first year of having a float at Mardi Gras, which was really wonderful. We got to thoroughly enjoy it. Of course, you were there with guide dogs.
I was.
Victoria. Nate, I know you were. It was your first time at Mardi Gras, was that correct? First time in the parade, anyway. And you were
Definitely.
loving it. The joy that I got to experience, I've done Mardi Gras many times, but watching it through Nate's eyes was really wonderful. Was it such a great experience for you?
I think I was, you can tell me better, but I think I was just like a wide-eyed child the entire time. Still like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This is amazing. It was so incredible and so wild to see us, and I don't mean the three of us, but us, our family from all corners of Australia and beyond, in all of the different colours and genders and feathers and sparkles and everything that could possibly entail, or not, all together in that one space in such a happy, friendly, joyous moment. It was incredible. I've never been in a group of people that large and felt just so much universal excitement and love. It was incredible, and I'm not overstating it. I don't know.
No, it's Mardi Gras.
And the ABC, because we had, I think, a tinge of about 80 people marching, and we did routine, and we all nailed it, and it was just amazing. And everybody, they do love the ABC. All of that palaver that can go on, and so with about politics. And we're not even going to get into that, but the ABC is about the people, and and as are you, Nate. You're very well loved. I read the comments, even though some people don't like your fashion, they can go,
Who are they? Who are they?
I know, I want to go, bugger off.
Oh, no, what? I reckon what we love about you is that you look like you love what you do. And that is, for anybody that's watching, that is what we want. We want someone who enjoys their job and who embraces the way they are. And that is what you do.
Yes.
I love it so much. And the thing about the ABC is that they let me do that. Like, a lot of people don't realise, but everything I do on air, literally everything, is done by me. Nobody tells me yes or no. I mean, there are suggestions from time to time, like maybe you'd like to do this, or hey, there's this really exciting story that we saw that you might have missed, or something like that. But the ABC recognises experience and knowledge, and lets their presenters, and it's not just me, it's all of us, lets us use that expertise and bring it to air. And I think that's part of why the ABC works so well, is that we're not being told exactly how to do everything all the time.
Yeah, they rely on that you know what you're doing, and that's where you are exactly right.
Well, darling, sorry to interrupt you, sweetheart. We could talk all night, but we do have to let you go. We've got heaps going on tonight. But we just want to say from Dolly and myself, we love how much you support our show from the get-go. And, of course, I get to work with this lovely man most mornings. So thank you, and lots of love to you. And thanks for joining us.
Lots of love to you both. And congratulations on one show a week. I hope that it continues forever.
Oh, super cute and smart to boot. I mean,
Isn't
really.
he? Isn't he lovely?
So heaven.
Oh.
And I'm just going to have a little quick peek at the iPad
Yes.
because I reckon our darling viewers out there will be quite complimentary of our Nate. And yes, it's always hot where Nate is, apparently, Brent. Oh, that would be the flame in the background.
Yeah, well, see, it's only my eyes.
Beautiful man from Clinton. I know you two are friends. Very nice. Oh, David says, when will ABC give Dolly a role? Well, Dolly has been on News Breakfast
Yes,
many times.
I love visiting there, but we've got our own now. In fact, on that note, we should say good night to Lisa and Michael. They can go to bed now.
Yes, good night.
Nate's
I'm not there
young
tomorrow
tonnies.
morning, which
Yes.
is quite nice. Back there next week.
No,
but-
I love visiting there, but you know, the world is all different now, isn't it?
Well, there's actually no guests on News
No.
Breakfast. Well, it hasn't been that way since March. So basically, when we're at work, it's just the small crew, and that's it.
I offered to do the weather, but I know bugger all about it, you know. And I think that's what Nate was really getting at as well. You know, it's all very well, you know, it's going to
Oh,
rain.
he does
have
so
a
much
look,
more than
you know.
that.
It's a lot more than that, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a meteorologist,
A dermatologist.
a weather person. We want to let you know about an amazing book that we looked at online and starting an amazing campaign. And a man joins us right now. Scott Stuart, are you there, darling?
Good evening. How are we going?
Oh, we're
Hello.
really well, aren't we?
Very well
Really
for a
well.
Thursday night. And
Oh,
how are
it is.
you?
I am magnificent. Thank you.
Wow, we love to hear that. That's good to hear,
We
especially
do
in these
indeed.
times.
You have been very, very busy, haven't you?
I have been. I've been writing a children's book, and I'm currently turning it into an animated film. So it's been very, very busy over here, but absolutely loving every second of it.
Now, we want to know all about it, and then obviously we would love everyone that we know to get involved. But what is it all about?
Yeah, so my book is called My Shadow is Pink, and it's all about a young boy born with a pink shadow that loves princesses, fairies, and things that are traditionally not for boys. And through the support of his dad, he basically learns that everybody has a shadow that they wish sometimes they could hide. It's really a story of daring to be different, having the courage to be yourself. And so I've been working very hard on this. Actually, when my son was 3, I wrote this because he's always been in love with Queen Elsa. And one day he had this Elsa doll and he was walking down the street. He'd show his Elsa doll to everybody. He was so proud of it. You're my Elsa doll. And he came home from childcare one day, completely distraught, crying because somebody had told him that Elsa was only for girls, so he wasn't allowed to play with it. And so I started working on this story. I really looked through media. There was almost nothing for young boys who broke gender stereotypes.
Yeah.
So I've been really setting out to change that. And so, yes, I've got the book. It's actually coming on in store in 9 days, August 1st.
Wow,
And
That's
I'm
exciting.
Yeah, it is. And well, as much as in store during COVID can be.
Yeah.
And I'm currently raising funds to turn it into an animated film to bring it to the screen as well.
Fantastic. And so how long ago did you start writing this? So you said your son was in daycare. So was it obviously to get a book up and running? That does take some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been about 4 years now, and it really took me 2 or 3 years to get it to a point where I was happy with it. It's so easy with a story like this to dive straight into a boy wanted to wear a dress, therefore he was bullied, and therefore some solution. But I really wanted to dive into the reality of this situation between my son and I, which was a father who had grown up basically in an environment where masculinity was very rigid and defined, and he learns acceptance as well as his son learning to accept himself. So getting it to that point has taken a few years, but now I'm super proud of it.
It is all about that, isn't it? And that's what we're all about, is you can be different. It's about acceptance. It's about all of us learning to live together and not being judgmental. We love what
great
you're doing.
concept.
We absolutely love it. What way can now people that watch us and us get involved?
Thank you so much. So look, if people were to go to myshadowIsPink.com, basically that's where I am running this fundraising campaign. It's on Kickstarter to raise funds to create the film. I mean, as you were saying, the non-judgmental, one of the struggles that young boys have is they just don't see themselves in media breaking gender stereotypes. And unfortunately, they are almost always the butt of a joke, in media rather than, something that's actually empowering. So I'm really trying to make a difference, trying to make a change so that my son can grow up into a world where he's completely accepted from day one rather than having to learn that acceptance, as he gets older. So myshadowIsPink.com, that's where people can go, and any support would be incredible.
Oh, you are making a difference.
You are a good
isn't
man
it?
and a good father. And I just quickly want to know, the trophies behind you on the bookcase, what are they?
So my wife and I used to be professional swing dancers. So
swingers.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, so we used
I'll
to
ring
travel
you.
around
I'll ring
dancing.
you.
Oh, let's do it.
So they're all for you. Well, well done. So you can
Yes.
dance. Oh, how fabulous.
Yes. Oh, you're even nicer now. I love it. We are really glad you could join us, and we are in. We love you.
Yeah, what a
Thank
great
you so
idea.
much.
All the best with that.
Thank you. Cheers.
What a stunning idea.
Wonderful.
And I think it's really amazing. So his Kickstarter campaign is almost at half the target, so get behind it. He really wants some really top end animators.
big
I think,
names.
the big names to get behind. I think it'll be a beautiful production. So like everyone needs some help.
We need
Kickstarter.
more men like that, don't we?
Isn't it beautiful?
More dads like that.
More dads like that. Amazing. Right, it's Thursday night, of course, which
class.
means Molly Melodrama, Sexy Galexy, is back to give us some more music news with the Countdown Experience.
G'day, I'm Molly Melodrama, and I just love getting in my backyard and having a fire. And I love walking around my neighbourhood and getting to know it. Why don't you do yourselves a favour and get out in your neighbourhood? You never know, you might discover a drop bear, but make sure you do it safely. Another thing I absolutely love, which you all know, is I love music, and I love new music. So let's check out this week's featured artist. His name is Grimmer, a Melbourne-based, self-proclaimed underground pop star, DJ, unionist and loyal pup, currently based in Melbourne. Since releasing his first EP in 2016, Grimer has performed for Jungle Love Festival, 4ZZZ and Barber Presents, events Jagged Little Pills, Barber Brisbane and the Sydney Mardi Gras 2020 party. Shortly into the COVID lockdown, he released his comeback single, Just Bored, which I'm playing right now, and he's still there working on new stuff. Fantastic! What can we plug about Grimer? He's releasing the cover of Not the Doctor from Barber Presents, Jagged Little Pills, soon, and I'm sure he's working on that right now. Now, this is another fantastic Melbourne talent you must check out. If you can hear this song right now, it's a great track. This is a very talented young man. So get out there, get online, check out Grimer, download his tracks. It's fantastic music. So stick around, we've got Hum and The Vault coming up. The featured album this week is one of my favourite ladies in the whole world. It's Dolly Parton and Baby, I'm Burning. Now, one of the fantastic things about vinyl is it used to come coloured. Check this out. I call this Dolly Parton Pink. Now, this is a 12-inch mix. This came out in 1978. This is one of those great ones you can get down and boogie to. What's hum? I hum, and you guess what the tune is. You put your answers in the live feed, and the first one to guess it goes into the draw to get a fantastic Molly Melodrama Countdown Experience merch pack at the end of the series. The clue is it's from our featured artist Dolly Parton, and that's all you'll need because it's pretty easy. Alrighty, I reckon you know what that is, so get your answers in the live feed right now. Stay safe, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Do yourselves a favour. Be fabulous.
Molly, out and about.
I mean, what the weather and what a lovely bush. I mean, unbelievable.
That's a good bush and a good fire.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we've been doing at home since we're not allowed to go out anywhere is if we can, we just have the fire in the backyard.
Well,
very
I would love that. If you don't know that, well,
what kind of person? No.
Maybe you've got different hours. Maybe keep different hours. I don't know. But that was excellent. We love that, Sexy.
Well done. Right. Who have we got now, doll?
Oh, it's our community darling. Where are you, Dean?
Oh,
hello.
look
Yes.
at you. You've been on that
Lovely.
Janome that I could see behind
yes.
you. Are you doing that
Yeah,
whole...
it still hasn't been unboxed.
And you're doing the whole mask for mask
Oh,
look
it's
there, darling.
good on you.
Woo.
Well, we've got to wear a mask now, so I thought, why not be a little bit fashionable and get my flamingos on?
That's really cute.
Yes.
Really
Looking
cute,
very
doll.
good. It's not easy, is it? But it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Exactly, and you know, a bit of glamour, a bit of flair, and just have a bit of fun with it. I was out with my mask today, which you'll see in our Community Darling piece tonight, and everyone's wearing them, everyone's being very respectful of each other, and you know what? We're all being a little bit more friendly and kind of giving a bit of a wink because we can't give a smile, so I'm loving it.
Oh, fabulous. So what's your Community Darling all about tonight, my love?
Well, tonight we're going to be looking at health hacks in isolation. I mean, not everyone in the country is in the same boat as we are here in Melbourne.
No.
We're being so locked down, but we're in week 2 of this lockdown 2.0. So we're going to be looking at some simple things you can do to both pick you up, but also get your mind working and your body moving, which, you know, I'm doing very well.
So let's get physical.
We're ready.
Physical.
Bring it on.
My loneliness is killing me.
I know exactly how you feel. We're all getting by in Big Brother, the COVID edition. But the prize at the end of this finish line isn't a wad of cash, it's our health. The thing about Lockdown 2.0 is it feels harder this time. We're all struggling to get back into that isolation groove. So tonight, we're going to look at some simple health hacks that we can all do to keep ourselves connected and engaged during isolation.
When it comes to exercise, you don't need to do 100 sit-ups or run a marathon to give your body what it needs. And while you might feel walking every street of your suburb is boring, there are some simple ways to spice things up and keep your mind and body moving that can make all the difference. Call a friend in another suburb and plan your walk together. That way you can get in a gossip and socialise while keeping socially distant. Or go for a walk and listen to a podcast. There's so many out there, and I guarantee you'll find the right one for you. It'll make you laugh or think or just be entertained.
This is Melbourne calling. Welcome to Granny Bingo Wireless. There, it'll all be over soon.
Whether we're looking at what's happening around the world or in our own backyard, I know there's a lot we can't control right now, but there's plenty of things we can control as well, like what we do in our own homes. I've invited a couple of friends along to help us get off the couch and get moving at home.
I don't even wear my step counter anymore because it makes me feel bad. What do you mean I've done 37 steps today? It's like, shut up.
You know, I know it's hard, but like getting up at the same time every morning, for me, that means going to bed earlier.
Whoa! I like my late nights, so I'm not going to do that. But if you're like me, we're all sitting on the couch more, or your dining room table has been turned into an office. So why don't we start with some simple stretches that can make a huge difference to our bodies and movement?
I do this one because I spend all day sitting at the laptop, put my hands on my knees, sit up nice and tall and just press my chest forward and hold it for about 3 seconds and then relax down. It's like, that was a stretch. Taking a moment to just even lay on the floor and just stretch your body right out, like point your toes right down, reach your fingers right up and just do a nice big stretch like that.
First one that comes to mind would be child's pose. I don't know, but how do I do this without actually doing it? I'm going to do it on my bed, actually, just so you can see it. Oh, it's looking a bit raunchy now. So child's pose is very simple. Your feet are together knees are wide apart, and you're just reaching your hands in front of you, and they're just melting down. And so it's very simple doing that. A variation of this is keeping your legs together, armed by your side, and just putting your forehead on the floor.
If you're comfortable to do a few squats or something like that, they're not the funnest thing to do, but they do kind of help your body move in ways that it likes to move. Definitely go for a wider stance over a narrower stance. But if you've got your feet kind of somewhere between hip and shoulder width, toes kind of outwards a little bit, and you just sit your butt back, trying to keep your feet on the floor, you're going to be squatting. A good way to practice would be sit a chair behind you and step about a foot length in front of a chair, and then just sit back down onto the chair and stand up. That's a squat.
A nice, really easy one to do would be just a standing forward fold. So basically you're just standing and just folding forward and dangling over your legs. If you just want to bend your knees and let go of your head, then that's really good to loosen out the lower back and using your body weight to lengthen out the spine.
There's a really great movement that I love to do because it pretty much puts our body into the complete opposite position of sitting, which is kind of that rounded forward and your back's got all rounding. So if you lay on your stomach, put your hands under the front of your shoulders here, your legs are going to be straight out behind you, tops of your feet just resting on the ground, and just gently straighten your arms as much as you can. So you're going to get a nice curve in your back in that opposite direction. Called cobra pose. Really, really nice one to kind of relieve that back compression that you get from sitting. And just if you were to do like just a handful of those every now and then, it would make all the difference. Any way that you could possibly think to move is a good way to move.
I'm actually terrible at looking after myself. I forget to eat regular meals, so I'm having one a day when I remember at like 5 or 6 o'clock when I'm starving. And all during the day, I'm forgetting to have glasses of water. These are the most basic things we can do to look after ourselves. And sitting around in my home, I'm forgetting to do them.
So what I've started doing is having just a jar of water with me everywhere I go. Even if you went, every time you had a drink of alcohol, chase it with a cup of water. So just get a little pattern happening, or if every time you have a coffee, have a cup of water afterwards.
People think health is eating green smoothies all the time, and then when you fail and you do have that Uber Eats moment, you beat yourself up. That's not particularly healthy, and so I say if you're going to order Uber Eats, enjoy it, and that's your treat, and feel good about it. So it's all about that relationship to your body and feeling good about your choices.
You can find plenty more ISO health hacks online, but if you'd like to get in touch with Bowie and Ross, here's where you can find them on Facebook. Lockdown, isolation and COVID in general has made everyone more anxious. So what better way to end this community darling than by asking the yoga instructor some tips on how to breathe. I don't know about you, but I know I'm holding a lot more tension these days.
Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 4 counts. And that's just a really simple way to kind of slow down the breath, deepen the breath. That really helps you to calm down.
Oh, Dean was very zen-like. Very zen then.
Oh, yes. He's one big homosexual.
So many great tips and tricks there. Well done, Dean,
It's
always.
what it's all about, is a balance, isn't it?
Well, I know you've been out walking
Yes,
daily. Very
and
good.
you?
Yeah, I've been trying to do it because, first lockdown, I was really kind of yay onto it, and then I slipped, and then I thought, no, it's really good for my mental health to get out and do some walking and a bit of light exercise. Being like Karen, walking in Brighton.
I've done that.
I've done Brighton. God, that was a funny
I
meme.
know, what a nightmare.
That was really funny.
Was.
And the even funniest thing about that, she didn't care afterwards. She thought it was hilarious.
She
I'm
got
like,
a lot of
good
money.
Good.
She doesn't.
She don't care. Fine her. She don't matter. Right. We need some more music, darling, don't we?
Well, are you going to give us a number?
Oh, can I?
Can you go higher?
I can go higher. No, I'm not going to. Don't even beg me. But this next song is so fabulous because these men can sing and they will sing. Take it away, boys.
Well, shall we do this? There's been Sullivan and Hammerstein, Cole Porter and Kurt Weill, but none of those could write the notes that proved my voice had style. Sopranos get the top end, altos are the pillar, basses offer resonance, whilst me, I'm just the filler. Occasionally a song would come that pushed me to a G.
That's an A.
Sorry, G.
That's better.
Don't be so pedantic. But nothing's that impressive unless you hit top C. So this is just a little song to make you all aware. The only way to make it is to give your voice some flair. Bernstein had the right idea when writing West Side's Tony. Take a name and sing it 30 times till matrimony. Monotonous and lyrical, and it has a top B flat. The audience applaud me, and that's where it's at. So stand aside and let me sing this pensive melody. I'll make it more impressive by changing the key. 'Cause if you want a tenor with a stupid range, well, no one sings higher than me.
People take one look at me and think that guy's a bass. But when I sing my higher notes, my balls leap out of place. I whack out some of Superstar with passion and bass. When I scream my queen, I will be melting your face. Classical is much too low and not where shows are heading. Belting songs with rocky riffs is what I do instead. In case you want a tenor for a rock-like melody, then no one sings higher than me. I'll give you what you needed. Even though my vocal cords are practically bleeding, the only way to get to the top in this cutthroat industry is to prove that you can sing top G. Say D, G. All right.
I'm the perfect auditionee. No one sings higher than me. That's pretty high, man. Pretty high.
Thank you.
Some people try to find a song that's written far too high, but I have found a little trick that's easy to apply. Find a song that's written for a girl, not a guy. Casting panels laugh at me, I never know why. So challenge me to Phantom and Christine's Top E. From Cats to Chess to Grease, I guess there's no one I can't be. I may not be a woman, which is obvious to see, but no one sings higher than me.
Directors look at my CV and won't give me a chance. They think I can't sing leading roles because I trained in dance. But there's a voice inside me that is ready to soar. My rendezvous and pirouettes are now just a bore.
Did he just say Wonderbra?
No, Ben, it's rendezvous. It's like a ballet term, mate.
Bra.
Oh, come on. I really need a job, for once a singing job. I'm sick of dancing at the back edge of the stage.
I want to go free.
Maria, singing that refrain will never be a strain on me. Maria,
Jesus!
Pity the child who sings soprano.
God, why don't they get it? Come on and get it. How many tenors do they need at the ballet? 5, 6, 7, and
all we really want in life
Forget those shows and hire us. We all sing in key-ish. No one sings higher. No one sings higher. No one sings higher. No one sings higher than me. No one sings higher than me.
Wow.
God, that is so good.
Love it.
So good. That
Thank
vocal
you.
range is amazing. And joining us now all the way from the UK, the man himself who actually wrote it, Stuart Matthew Price. Good morning, good evening.
Good morning for me. Good evening for you. Hi.
Yes.
Oh, well done. What a...
Well, you're in the arts. Are you normally up at this hour?
I don't think I've seen this hour for about 10 years, so it's
Well, thank you so much for getting out of bed early for us. We really
you've done
appreciate
well.
it.
It's worth it.
Tell us about this wonderful project that's just gone bananas around the world.
Well, literally, I think 10 years ago, I was raising money to release an album of songs that were by new writers, and I was on a national coach bus. I don't know if you guys have sort of
yes.
cross country coaches and things. So I was on one of those, and I was like, I've got some friends coming to help me, and I need an sort of a comedy number or something that might be quite fun. And we're all sort of tenors, and I thought, wouldn't it be quite fun to write a song about tenors who sort of are competing with each other to try to get noticed, but it doesn't matter anyway because we're not going to get cast even if they did notice us. So it literally was just a 2-hour coach ride. I wrote all the lyrics down and just tried to come up with something, put a tune to it in the next couple of days, and then we put it in the show. But now I'm currently recording a new album called, it's a 2-part album, Melodies and Motion. And the melodies part of the album are all songs that I've written, sung by other musical theatre stars around the world. And then the second album, Motion, is a collection of songs that are more personal that I've written that I will then sing myself. So it's like a singer-songwriter album in that sense. So this particular track I recorded with 3 of my best friends from drama school who originally sang it for me. And we thought 10 years later, let's dust off the cobwebs.
A reunion.
Bring it back again. Yeah, exactly. And we thought we'll just record it for this new album. So it's actually the bonus track of all things on the new album.
Wow.
And then,
you are known in the musical world as being the divas, though, aren't you? You know, that vocal range. They always...
Divas in a good way, doll?
It depends on the individual. I mean, you may be easygoing, but a lot of your ilk are not so much.
Yeah. It's been a crazy song. Really, I think like we were just chatting the other day. We only made the video so that we could have some fun and put something positive out there at the moment. And like I know things are not great for you guys over in Australia, and my girlfriend's American, and so she escaped just before and came here just before everything exploded again over in America. So it's like there's a lot of tension, I think, in the world and uncertainty, and so we wanted to put something fun out, and it just exploded out of nowhere.
Yeah. No, it's exactly what we needed, isn't it?
Completely.
It really is what we needed. We are very glad that you could join us tonight or in your morning, and we wish you all the best with it and the album.
Thank you very much. Well, yeah, keep supporting arts and get it all back up and running. So we will need it. And thank you for having me. It's well exciting.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Cheers. Take care. Bye.
Oh, now can I do it? Now can I do my high kicks? Yes. Da 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 la la. Oh, you can see the bottom. Now you can. Oh, these are the shoes I wear every episode. There you go.
Aren't they amazing?
You never get to see how feet. Wow.
Amazing.
That song, I will not. I've already listened to it about 8 times on rotation prior to the show tonight.
No wonder it's doing really well, isn't it?
Yes.
Everybody's loving it.
And you, darling viewers, are absolutely loving it too. Susan, amazing. Jim is wow. Fiona, such brilliant performers. Of course, Megan, yeah, you're with me. Visualising high kicks, yes. Encore from David. Wow, yes. Winning.
Well
Amazing.
done. We love you all.
Woo.
All brilliant.
I'm all hyped up now.
I am.
And I haven't even had any coffee.
Oh, we listened to Queenie earlier, and now we get the chance to have a little nat with the lady herself. Queenie, are you there, darling?
Hello, Kerrie. Hello, Dolly.
Lovely. Listen, we make no secret of this. I've been dying to get you on. I love what you do.
Oh, Dolly, that's very gorgeous. Well, it's completely back at you. I absolutely love what you guys do too.
Just take it away, you two, darlings. The mutual.
She said us. What a way to open as well. That earlier number we loved. We've got another one in a little while. Darling, your voice. It's the way you communicate when you sing that I love the most, I reckon.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
You obviously work on the songs that you do. I think a lot of people, when they, you can do a number and it's all about selling the number, but you seem to believe in the lyrics.
Well, I think that's the thing. Yeah, for me, I mean, it's funny. I think because I've always considered myself an actor first, even though maybe other people don't think of me like that. My first love was always acting, and I came to musicals completely by accident when I found out in year 11 and 12, we had a school musical, and for the first time I thought, oh, well, that's acting, I'll have a go. I'm not sure if I can sing, but I'll have a crack. And then, my teacher said, you've got a good voice. Did you know that? And I said, oh, am I great? Am I going to get in a musical? Like I just wanted to perform. So for me, it's always, I think for me, music has always been about telling a story, and that's my way in. If I don't think like that, I get quite self-conscious about, I could never just stand up in a band, like in a covers band.
Right.
That's just so not me. I just would feel really awkward about it. So, yeah, so maybe it comes from that.
It really does.
And is there a role to date, Queenie, that you really I mean, I love performers, I very much do. And I think you can just tell when performers are in a role that it was just for them and they are loving it so much. Is there one of those that come to mind for yourself?
Yeah, I reckon, I think
Annie?
probably off the top of my head. No, it's not
Annie, isn't it?
Although I know I do have ideas about Annie, how if I ever directed it, but I won't go into that. But no, and I would love to play her. I'd love to play Miss Hannigan. That would be amazing.
Oh, you'd be good.
I'd love that role.
Yes.
That's a dream role. Can someone put that on, please? And
Yes,
next to Norma, I'd love to play that. And Gypsy, I'd like to play.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, but
Dream list.
one that I did get to play, which was a bucket list, was The Witch in Into the Woods. I just loved that part, and I've actually done it twice. I did it for the Victorian Opera a couple of years ago, and I did it in a concert version in the early 2000s. And just both times, it's the most, Sondheim is just an amazing writer, and the way that he creates characters, and he writes for actors who can sing, so for me, that's just that was incredible to play that part. It was so incredible.
Amazing.
You've got everything that you've done so much work. Obviously, you watched, like a lot of us did, all of that work evaporate. What are you doing to stay buoyant?
Well, it's been, like a lot of people, it's been a real roller coaster. I'm feeling fine today. But I think at the beginning of the pandemic, my first thing that happened was I had a US tour of my show Blue, the songs of Joni Mitchell, booked, which I was about to leave to America. It took me 2 years with my producers to get it together. We spent a lot of money getting my visa, which is very hard to do. It's like a 90-page application. It's your worst nightmare. And we were 4 days off stepping on the plane when we got into lockdown, so we had to cancel, obviously, like everyone else. So that was my biggest cry.
Yes.
In terms of what you cried about. And I just thought, I'm very tenacious as a person anyway. So I just and resilient. I always have been. And I just thought, well, bugger that. I'm not going to be. I'm going to just make this count. So I immediately started a vlog as my character Jan Vanderstoel called the Corona Vlog with Vanderstoel, which was an 8-part. I did it for 8 weeks in the first lockdown, which is Jan, my character, taking everybody through, talking them through the weekly news of the coronavirus. But it was so challenging doing that because, I had a great time doing it, but it was so challenging learning all the technology. It was incredibly challenging to experience. You forget sometimes as an artist that when you create something, with it comes the risk of rejection or of the fact that people might not watch it as much as you'd hoped, or people won't come to your show, or blah blah blah.
We know what you mean.
We know what you mean. The creating, how fun that'll be, and blah blah blah. And it was just the marketplace was so drenched with people doing things that it was so hard to get people to, because I put it on as a pay. It was on Vimeo and you had to pay to watch it.
Yes.
And it was just incredibly. The diehard fans watched it, but it was very hard to kind of get traction with it. And so it ended up actually really, really getting me down. And I finished it and I thought, I'm done. And I actually have been really struggling with, I have to say, with depression and with a lot of anxiety. I've just, for the first time in my whole career, which is 30 years long, I have just thought, I'm not sure I can do it anymore. Like I've really been and I'm being very honest here, but because I think other performers probably will relate.
Yes.
That you just go, I can't even imagine what to create or how to get out of it, and I feel like I don't want to be rejected anymore. And I think a lot of it's had to do with our government and being told at the highest level, you're not appreciated, we don't really care what you do, and you're not valued.
Yes.
And for me, performing has always been about giving. It's always about, which is why I love live performance and I love to make people laugh and I love to make people feel things, because to me, it's about seeing what happens to them and thinking, oh, I contributed to that. And that's what gives me the joy.
Yes.
I very rarely sing at home at all for my own pleasure or anything like that. It's something I really do because I give it away. And to kind of feel like it's not wanted has absolutely been devastating.
Listen, you wouldn't be more right. And in that honesty, we love that honesty, and from day one, we've been letting everyone know it is all right not to be all right, isn't it?
Yep.
And it is not just a bumper sticker. It is exactly the way we believe. We've been lucky that we've got this.
Absolutely. But there's so many of my friends, like I work in theatre as well, Queenie. I was working on Harry Potter in wigs and makeup. And I was thinking about those guys the other day, like now what are we, almost August, and of course they've shut down since March. And I was thinking about them all, just going, what? But they're not doing anything else.
No,
like,
that's why we're really grateful we've got this. And my darling, we're glad that you've been able to join us tonight.
Oh yeah, and it's so lovely to be here. And I should just also say I have had a real turnaround by looking at it. Like sometimes you just got to look through a different prism, and I've been reading a lot of stuff and just kind of going, I'm trying now just to be incredibly grateful. That's the thing that's pulling me out of it, is just to be grateful for the opportunity, be grateful for, I've been whinging how busy I've been for years, and I think I've got time. I've got time. Like, great, be grateful for that. Like, so it's been great to just turn my head around and just have those little steps. And I think for, if that's helpful to anybody, that's for me has been the key about kind of coming out of it now and feeling
you were
like,
bloody well right. Yeah. The reason that it was more difficult is that we were not acknowledged. And when you're not acknowledged, you feel like you're worth nothing. What I love about your next number is it speaks volumes, doesn't it now? After all that we've just said, it really sums it up. What is it, my love?
Yes, well, it's Tomorrow from Annie.
Oh,
yay!
Tomorrow. And actually, it has a little backstory to it, which is kind of in keeping with this conversation, oddly enough. But I'm not a huge fan of that song in general. I've always found it a little bit. I've heard a lot of kids sing that song,
Yes.
But my daughter has recently learnt that song from daycare, and I started singing with her, and then. I live in the suburb that I live in. One day, I live right opposite the train station, and a mother threw herself in front of the train and killed herself, and it was so upsetting to our whole community here. Everyone in the street was talking about it and stuff. And that night when I got in the bath when Billy was in the bath and I was sitting next to her, I just felt this overwhelming desire to sing it, and Billy kind of joined in, and I thought I know it sounds really daggy, but I couldn't stop thinking about that mother and just thinking, sometimes the beautiful message of that song is we forget sometimes that actually it is going to end. It doesn't feel like it sometimes. You feel like you're just so in the muck of it, but it is gonna come good. You just have to hold on till tomorrow.
Well right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And well, now, my darling, we're going to take it away with your gorgeous song. Thank you very much for joining us.
Gorgeous to be here. Thank you for your service, both of you.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's grey and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you've gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. When I'm stuck with a day that's grey and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you've gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. Tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away.
Absolutely stunning.
Gorgeous.
What a fabulous rendition.
Gorgeous. And our Elvin.
Oh, and Elvin, beautiful. We love Elvin. Right. We are almost at the end of our show, but we've got to hear a little bit more from Judy in the newsroom.
Judy Kelly with more from Joy News. The International Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Trans and Intersex Association have appointed 2 First Nations people as co-conveners of the Oceania region, Dr. Vanessa Lee from Australia and Fia Ayalatoa Ken Moala from Samoa. Dr. Lee is the first Indigenous Australian to hold the position in the organisation's 42-year history. The 2021 artists for the Queer Development Programme, presented by Performance Space, have been announced. Performance Space is an arts organisation supporting experimental art in Australia, and the programme provides opportunities for emerging queer artists to explore new ways of making work. 11 artists will participate in the programme, which includes a week-long intensive workshop, a 2-week residency for 1 artist, and a public performance. And finally to Afghanistan, where dozens of women who had been operating mobile food carts were forced to adapt for COVID-19 lockdown. Backed by the social enterprise that established the mobile food business, the solar-powered vehicles have now been converted into mobile disinfectant units, offering free hand sanitizer, drinking water and soap for hand washing to residents in Kabul. That's the latest from Joy TV News. So I've been Judy Kelly. Now it's back to Kerrie and Dolly.
She always knows what's going on, our Judy.
Always.
Lovely. Just quickly, David O'Keefe says, can we have Luke Gallagher play the spoons in a future episode? That'd be a little bit...
You never know. Unfortunately, Luke was meant to be doing that this evening, but we've run out of time. We're going to go now to the mayor. This is unscheduled, and we're so excited, and we're ready for the Mayor of Stonnington, Councillor Stefanopoulos. Are you there?
Good evening. How are you, ladies? Are you doing well?
We are really well, aren't we?
Yes, indeed.
So well. We have,
Good to
listen,
hear. Good to
we've wanted you on. I know you are the busiest mayor in all of Munchkin, in the world, I reckon. I once mentioned you were like the Bert Newton of mayors, because you are literally everywhere, aren't you? But that's a good thing.
Except I have my hair, which is great, unlike Bert. Sorry, Bert.
Got that in.
Yes. Oh, yes. I know you've been busy. What's going on in your world?
So what I'm here to tell everyone is to encourage them to go out there and make sure that they're wearing their mask when you're out there and shopping in the city of Stonnington. It's really important that we go out there and support local businesses. So if you're hungry, want some lunch, breakfast, or thinking about dinner, then go out and encourage people to go and shop and pick up food or get food delivered from any restaurant or cafe that is still open in the city of Stonnington. So I'd encourage everyone to make sure that they are supporting local businesses, because it's about local businesses and they are the heart of our economy here in Australia, and especially in Melbourne. And Chapel Street is our wonderful premier precinct with amazing cafes and restaurants, and that's where we need to be supporting. These are homegrown businesses by local residents who live in Melbourne, who just need that support during this lockdown of ours.
Isn't that what we want? Isn't that amazing? I mean, obviously that man is the Mayor of Stonnington and he's going to be all about that. But wherever you are in Australia, it is about being supportive, isn't it?
Look, we need to, I think, more than ever. There's a great website up at the moment called Buy Aussie Now. Like, that's a new incentive that, of course, lots of government and locals are getting behind it. But look, as you said, Mayor, it's times that we've got to really dig deep and go to our local precincts. Yes. And in your case, of course, it's Chapel Street and Stonnington.
Yes.
Yes, correct. And I would encourage everyone to get out there, wherever you are in Metro Melbourne. I know we're all stuck at home. If you can't get out there and shop and buy your food, then ring up, use an online delivery system, or call the restaurant or cafe directly and ask them how you can go and support them, because it's about us making sure the economy is still going, that we're still supporting local businesses and employment, because jobs are really key at the moment.
Listen, I know you're very busy and I know you work your little arse off, and we really appreciate it. We're glad you could join us tonight, and we wish you well.
Thank you, Kerrie. Thank you, Dolly. Nice to see you both.
So
Stay safe and wear your masks. Don't forget.
That's what we've got to do, support our local businesses.
Yes, exactly right.
I support lots of mine with my Uber Eats addiction.
No, it's not an addiction. You're looking after yourself.
All those nice burgers.
I've been having a little bit of work done.
I
know. Just around the...
Still, tape it up, baby.
In the kitchen. And I've been very, very lucky to not be where I'm living, because we do this, each week. But I've been up, down the road, being well looked after by my friends at Quest in Byrne. They are well and truly looking after me, and I'm very grateful. That's all about the local,
Very
isn't it?
nice.
Very nice indeed. I should be off there in a minute.
Do you know what just popped into my head? I know we're just about to finish up, but it was... it just came into my mind. It was like staff and crew, or guests and crew.
Yes.
Choose to say, Dan Murphy, you're watching. What was that hotel they used to stay at?
Travelodge.
The Travelodge or something, and Fly Ansett.
Yeah, oh, I know. Yes, it's all about Quest.
Well done, Quest. Thank you
Yeah,
so
good
much.
on you.
We had such a
What a
great
lovely
show.
night.
It was very busy. Lots of you watching, and we really love that. And thank you. And you love our new sign.
Yes.
Woo, I'm very excited by that. So we are back next Thursday night with lots of fabulous guests, starting with Chelsea Gibb,
Oh,
who
that
is,
woman.
if you've never seen her perform live, what?
She's
See, that was
amazing.
my singing higher than a note.
It was
It
good.
was good, right?
Oh, I bet Chelsea Gibb couldn't do that.
I bet she can do that. And she can kick high too.
We'll be having a bit of a natter with Sharon Burgess, who is the big honcho at Fringe World in WA, and a lot of our usual regulars.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us, and to our fabulous guests. Lots of great chats tonight. You stay safe. Wear your mask, people.
Wear that mask.
Be kind.
No.
See you next week.